The Arkham games are some of the greatest games ever made. And one of the things that made the games all so good was the horror aspect. And today's video is about 10 scary Arkham game moments. In the Perfect Crime side mission in Arkham Knight, Batman finds victims all over the city whose bodies had all been mutilated. This is due to Professor Pig, who is a truly creepy and unhinged villain. Batman ends up finding him at his hideout at Pretty Doll's Parlor, and he has a really unique and fun boss fight, but a super creepy one to say the least. When you first find him, he's in the middle of mutilating one of his victims' bodies. Many people will find this terrifying and disgusting just because of how truly sick what he's doing is. But he thinks he's making them perfect. He's twisted, and Batman tells him that he's wrong and he's just crazy, and that he's there to stop him. Professor Pig does not like the sound of that. This whole time, his victims that he mutilated are just attacking Batman, and Professor Pig is singing during all of this. The entire time, Batman ends up defeating him by smashing him through a table, and then he takes him to the cell at GCPD. I really like that Arkham Knight included Professor Pig and brought some attention to his character, and I think they portrayed him very, very well. And I wish that maybe he was even a part of the main story, but what they did with him was great, and he is one of Batman's most creepy and twisted villains, and this side mission is a very scary moment in the Arkham games. So this scary moment happens when Batman stops Bane's heart in Arkham Origins in a big boss fight. The Joker's also a part of this boss fight, and Batman can't have Bane in this state for too long. He only has a few minutes to bring him back. So he starts shocking Bane to bring him back, and when Bane wakes up, he's immediately angry and grabs Batman. And he's already big and strong, but Bane injects himself with even more of his venom to make himself even bigger and stronger. And this whole time, he's grabbing Batman by the throat and squeezing tightly. Bane is very intimidating, and this transformation is a very scary Arkham moment, where Batman found himself in a very dangerous, difficult, and scary situation. This moment all starts when Mad Hatter makes Batman think that he's taking the cure, but that's not really the case. Batman ends up waking up at a tea party in the dark with Mad Hatter saying that Batman is his now. Mad Hatter trying to get to Batman and taunts him constantly. The whole time, there's other people there at the table with rabbit masks on. The tea party is creepy and has a horror-like feeling to it. Batman calls Mad Hatter by his real name and says, "Go to hell, Jervis," showing how much hate he really has for Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter eventually jumps on the table and says he needs to give Batman a new hat, and he puts the hat over Batman's head, and the screen goes black. What we see next is Batman struggling and screaming, and almost like in rabbit form, now with his face looking like a rabbit and having rabbit ears. A boss fight starts. All of Mad Hatter's henchmen with rabbit masks on. Mad Hatter eventually appears, and Batman grabs him and knocks him out. And you see at the tea party, when you get out of the fight, that everybody at the table has been beat up and is knocked out. The whole boss fight was like a dream, magical, really fitting the whole Alice in Wonderland theme the Mad Hatter character has, and the whole time being a really creepy and unique boss fight, being a really scary Arkham moment. I really like the way they used Mad Hatter in this side mission, showing his intelligence and how unique and special his character is. This moment was scary due to it being such a personal attack on Batman. The Joker tortured Jason Todd and told him that Batman replaced him with a new Robin, feeding Jason lies, trying to make Jason turn against Batman, which actually works and makes Jason Todd and Arkham Knight become the Arkham Knight and go up against Batman, trying to get revenge. It's scary to witness the torturing that Jason had to go through and the negative mental effects he experienced and all the trauma, and just him being in this situation, trapped, having to deal with it due to how evil of a villain the Joker is. This was one of Joker's most brutal attacks, and also definitely being a scary Arkham game moment. The way Batman found out about it and was presented the news of what Joker did to Jason Todd in Arkham Knight makes it even scarier. The next moment is the Killer Croc jump scare in Arkham Asylum. Batman is exploring the sewer and he tries to open a door, but it's locked. And through the window of the door, you see Killer Croc jump up out of nowhere and jump scare Batman, punching the glass window, surprising and catching Batman completely off guard. And then he quickly disappears. When I first played this moment in the game, it shocked me, and it felt terrifying. It really made Arkham Asylum feel even more like a horror game. It was a great jump scare, and I consider it a very scary Arkham game moment. Another reason why this jump scare worked so well and was as scary as it was is because of how intimidating Killer Croc was. The next moment takes place when in Arkham Asylum, Joker's being transferred in the elevator. During the beginning of the game, and the elevator blacks out, all the lights go out, and Joker starts laughing like a lunatic. It caught me completely off guard when I first played it. I think it's a very memorable moment. It just completely freaked me out when it happened. And when the lights turned on, you immediately saw that Batman was grabbing Joker by the throat, trying to get him to calm down. He was acting extremely crazy and chaotic. I feel like this is definitely one of the moments in Arkham Asylum that really gives it a horror game feeling. So I personally just find it as a very memorable moment in Arkham Asylum, just for being so scary. And it's another one of the scary Arkham game moments. The next moment is the morgue. Batman is affected by Scarecrow's fear toxin, and due to it, he is having hallucinations and seeing things. He's in a morgue, and he sees 3 body bags. In one of the body bags, he sees his father. In the next one, he sees his mom. But then, when he looks in the third one, he sees Scarecrow, and Scarecrow jump scares him. And then at this point, you end up going into the first Scarecrow Nightmare boss fight. But this moment in the morgue is an extremely scary moment, showing Bruce Wayne's parents in body bags wanting Batman's help. And then Batman getting jump scared by Scarecrow, which is a very creepy moment. And the Scarecrow jump scare freaks you out and catches you off guard. And because of the atmosphere, and also this moment is done great. Good for even making people play the game scared. Next is Killer Croc's lair. This is where the Killer Croc boss fight takes place. Batman had to search Killer Croc's lair to find the plant spores to create an antidote to Joker's Titan formula. And as Batman is finding it, he has Killer Croc randomly at times coming after him. And then at the end, when you collected all the plant spores, you get chased by Killer Croc out of his lair. When this is happening, it feels like Batman is running for his life. And even as a player, your heart is probably beating. This moment feels terrifying. You finally get back to the entrance of Killer Croc's lair, and Batman sets a trap for Killer Croc that makes Killer Croc get knocked down, falling all the way down when Batman blows up the ground, letting Batman escape and get out of there unharmed. This moment is very scary because it makes you feel like you're running for your life, and Killer Croc is very intimidating. The next moment is the Man-Bat jump scare in Arkham Knight. This has got to be one of the most unexpected jump scares in all of the Arkham games. It's also probably my favorite jump scare in the Arkham games, and I really like the character Man-Bat, so it makes me like the jump scare even more. Man-Bat is extremely terrifying. He has a very unique and creepy appearance. The first time I had this jump scare happen to me in Arkham Knight, it freaked me out. But it really made my experience even better, because of how good of a jump scare it was. It was also a great way for them to show us Man-Bat's character. And I know many people get spooked when they first encounter this jump scare, and it's definitely scary. He gets right in Batman's face so fast. The next moment is Scarecrow's fake game crash in Arkham Asylum. Your screen randomly freezes, makes an error noise, and then you see a cutscene of the beginning of the game, but this time, instead of Batman driving Joker to Arkham Asylum, it's Joker driving Batman to the asylum. And then we end up seeing Joker, Harley Quinn, and Victor Zsasz taking Batman down the hallway in the asylum to Scarecrow. And you get to play as the Joker. The first time the fake game crash happened to me when I played Arkham Asylum, I really thought that my game had crashed. It had made me think I had lost all my progress and I was going to have to restart my game. But no, it was an unexpected, scary prank pulled by Scarecrow. I think it's a very unique and creative idea that makes it a great scary moment. And when it happens, you really believe that your game had just froze or crashed, which just freaks you out, making you think you lost all your progress. So, just because of how creative of an idea it is, it's gotta be one of the best scary moments in the Arkham games. Let me know what you think in the comments. What is your favorite scary Arkham moment? And what is a moment I should have included? Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in another Cosmic Chaos video. Bye!